Run the clock now with a minute to explore a handful of notable headlines from the week. It was a bunch. First up, you know this one. A ranch for troubled youth in southern New Mexico has come under suspicion of possible abuse, and things came to a head this past weekend when state police issued an Amber Alert for missing teens. Since then, they were found with the parents and guardians, and the ranch owner is suing the state over an investigation of allegations that the ranch residents were shackled and beaten by staff members. Many questions linger. Did the state overreact, or did officials look the other way for too long when questions arose? Rob, odd story that continues to be odd as it evolves, but as we stand now, I have problems with the way the state police handled this Amber Alert. I thought it was just really quite slipshod and sent the whole state into a tizzy. But on the issue of regulating this ranch and these boys, where do we stand now with this? What's going on there?
That's a really good question.
Isn't it something?
Because
I know.
On the one hand, you can take a look at it and say, well, maybe the state overreacted on this thing. But on the other hand, I mean, you're talking about allegations of child abuse. The other thing that...
CYFD said they were concerned in 2006. They were first concerned about this ranch, and now this is coming to a head now. You know.
Right. Well, then also the Albuquerque Journal wrote a story about this, or wrote a number of stories about it, and I checked the comment section, and you could see the same sort of divide. Right. I mean, there were people that were defending Mr. Chandler, who's the executive director, and then people who are big critics of him.
Sure. Sophie?
This sort of program is highly controversial across the country, and I personally think it's something to be concerned about, and the allegations I think are quite serious. As to the issue
that legal loophole where the guy's the legal guardian of the kids, and so nobody can come and inspect, nobody can oversee this thing.
I find it quite worrisome, not just here but nationwide. And I think this is a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for CYFD. If at the end of the day those kids had been discovered harmed, why wasn't there an Amber Alert would have been the question.
Good point. I'm going to hold you guys there. It's a good story, though. The Department of Health has delivered a subpoena to a reporter seeking information on a former employee who was suing the state for alleged violations of the Whistleblower Protection Act. The DOH is seeking all notes and other communications between reporter Joey Peters and the former employee, and warns that Peters could be held in contempt for failure to comply. Laura, I don't think this story is going to go down well at this table. I know it bugs me. I mean, you are the president of the Rio Grande chapter of the Society for Professional Journalists. Your organization's taken a strong stand against the DOE action. Tell us about it.
Ooh. So I think it's worth just mentioning quickly, what the subpoena is. The state contracted a private law firm and delivered the subpoena to Joey Peters, saying you have to turn over all your communication, all your notes, or you're commanded to turn over all your notes and all your communication, or you will be held in contempt of court and could be imprisoned or fined.
Thanks.
Absolutely unacceptable.
And he has protection under the law, Steve. Locally, there's protection under the law. So why do this? He does not have to do this. Why would the administration demand this?
Well, New Mexico has something called a reporter's privilege or a shield law. So the person who receives the subpoena can go in and contest the subpoena and say, I'm completely shielded. The thing is, the shield law has like a bunch of exceptions in it. And the exceptions are things like, is this really important to the case? Does it go to the heart of the case? Have you tried other means? So basically what happens is, on a case-by-case basis, judges decide how badly does the person with the subpoena need the information. I don't know if there's any other way to do it.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to hold you guys there. That's all the time we have. Good subjects tonight. But you can catch more on the clocks on the web. Thanks all of you for your time. As always, all of us here at New Mexico in Focus appreciate your time and your effort to stay informed and engaged. Catch up with us anytime on social media by searching New Mexico in Focus. And you can find archived interviews and great bonus material from our shows on our YouTube channel and at newmexicoinfocus.org. I'm Gene Grant. We'll see you next week in Focus.